still have a good amount of people joining it, so we'll get started at 5:03 in one more minute.
Good evening, families. Welcome to the District 3 Middle Schools Night. It's an opportunity to learn about schools from all over the district. Tonight's presentation will be supported with translation. Joanna?
Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a la noche para conocer las escuelas intermedias. Si usted desea escuchar esta presentación en español, por favor, oprime el botón que aparece allá abajo indicando el idioma.
Celine?
Celine, you'll need to...
Sorry, I'm sorry. Bonsoir, bienvenue à la soirée de présentation des collèges. Si vous souhaitez avoir une traduction en français des présentations de ce soir, vous pouvez cliquer au bas de votre écran sur la traduction française pour pouvoir m'entendre traduire.
The translation button will now be posted. On your bottom right, you will see the word interpretation.
Okay, now we'd like to start off the meeting by welcoming our Superintendent, Christine Laughlin.
Thank you, Matt. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and are staying healthy and safe on this beautiful night. My name is Christine Laughlin. I am the proud Community Superintendent of District 3. This year, we have dealt with so many unprecedented challenges as a district, and I am so grateful for our resilient community, and I am in awe of our school leaders who you will meet this evening. It truly is my pleasure to be in community with you all tonight to kick off our first Meet the Middle Schools virtual night. Tonight was made possible by my amazing team. I just want to shout out Matt Angel, Russ Gonzalez, Tracy McClare, and Stephanie Osman. You will have an opportunity to hear from every middle school principal in District 3, leaders of straight middle schools 6 to 8, K to 8, and 1 6 through 12. As you may know, this is the first year that our middle school screens are on pause. So every school in District 3 is a viable option for every student. Families make choices with their child. When the application process opens, you will be tasked with selecting schools in the order of your preference. We designed this venue this evening for you to learn about the diverse middle schools available to you in District 3. While every school is different and unique, you will find that every leader in D3 leads with their values of compassion, collaboration, equity, and innovation. In just a few minutes, you will have the opportunity to meet them, our dynamic middle school leaders who are motivated and proud to show you their schools. As a district, we have a multi-layered approach to communicate with you about middle school choice because we understand the constraints that this pandemic has created for families. Next week, our 5th graders will have Middle School Assembly Week, where they will learn about each middle school in our district. Please be sure to talk to your child about the schools they are most interested in so that your selections are a family decision. Also, our new and improved website, doed3.org, which we'll post in the chat, is organized as an information hub for admissions. You will find all the open houses, middle school directory, and the specific information about each school. Because we recognize that after tonight, you will have more questions than answers, which is what we're hoping for. You will not get to all of your questions answered tonight, but it will be the beginning of a very important dialogue with prospective schools in the district and families. So at this point, I just want to say thank you to our middle school principals for all of their work and their efforts. And I also want to say a big shout out to our families that are here tonight to learn about our schools. And I'm going to hand it over to Matthew.
Thank you, Christine. First, one logistical point for this evening is every school is going to have 7 minutes to present to you tonight. In some cases, those presentations will allow time for questions, and then sometimes schools will be utilizing all 7 minutes of the presentation. If you have questions about schools as they come up, please use the Q&A function within Zoom, and we will do our best to lift those questions should there be time within any presentation. But as we'd like to restate, it's now been put in the chat, that we do have a website that has the links to all of our schools' websites on it at doed3.org/admissions. One thing we do want to bring to the forefront is the recognition of the change in process this year is that we are going to have a lottery instead of a screened process. And what that means is the lottery will generate the ranking for any student after you've put in your preference of choices. And what this means really for our process within District 3 is two things. One is that it's in your best interest to put your true order of preference for the schools that you would like your child to attend next year, in order from your first choice being in first place, your second choice being in second place, because it will maximize your potential at matching with with the schools on your list in that order. Also, is that we have said in our process before, and it's even more important this year, of putting 5 or more choices on your preference sheet. We have 16 presentations for schools, wonderful schools across District 3 tonight, and we are looking this as an opportunity for you to find schools to fill out your preference sheet to maximize your potential in this year's process. Every school is open to you to consider in this year's process, so we encourage you to stay for the whole time and listen to all 16 schools. And with that, I'm going to ask Tracy if there's anything you'd like to add that I may have missed or add additional.
Again, please listen carefully to all the wonderful schools and the opportunities and programs, and feel free to follow up with the schools for their tours and open houses. One last logistical piece of information for the translators, please advise the folks on the interpretation lines to press mute original audio so that they're not listening to both the speaker in English and to the interpreter. So they should press mute original audio. Thank you.
Okay, and with that, I am going to stop presenting and welcome up 333 Manhattan School for Children.
Good evening, families. It's really nice to see you. I'm so excited to be the first one to share. My name is Claire Lowenstein. I'm the principal of Manhattan School for Children. We are a K-8. A little bit about me. I was a teacher here for about 8 years, and then I became an assistant principal and then a principal. Middle school is my love. I was a wonderful middle school teacher, and I still am an advisor, and I run student council for my middle school. So middle school is really very close to my heart. I'm going to share with you a bit of a presentation. Just give me 1 minute, and I will go through the presentation. Okay, so this is our logo. A little bit about the mission and the history. This is me. This is me with my delegates in my office. I meet with them every single month, and they bring up issues about the school, and we make changes together. A little bit about what you should know about us. We're a progressive middle school, probably the only progressive one that's both academically rigorous and at the same time emotionally nurturing. We have a stellar high school acceptance rate. The high schools really, really love us. They really want us. It's really because our kids are eloquent, they're smart, they're creative, they have agency, and they really know who they are. It is a small school. We only have about 200 kids in our 6, 7, 8. So we're really able to give a very individualized approach. And I think because of that, it also helps when they're getting into high school. What you should know also is that we really believe in mastery work and believe in helping kids transition from middle school to from elementary school to middle school. We really believe in exploratory learning. Something that you'll see from us is that we have a hydroponic greenhouse and our kids study science through challenge-based modules. And they learn, one example is hydroponic games, to learn how to plant and grow without soil. And one of the other things that we do is we have student work showcases where kids every month have a roundtable discussion, and they teach other parents and other kids what they've learned during each marking period. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I know I did something wrong. I apologize. Here we go. That's what I did wrong. See, that's what happens when you go first. Okay. Let me, hold on. Okay. Let me go back. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll show you these pictures just really quickly because I know that I'm screen sharing now. That's me and my kids in my student council. A little bit about transition to middle school. We're a responsive classroom school, responsive advisory, and it means that we are a school that has advisory every single day. It's really important to have a connection. Just so you know, I'm an advisor. Both assistant principals are advisors. My parent coordinator is an advisor. They have the same advisory for 3 years to have that connection, as really also as an advocate. What's new in 6th grade just for us is kids switch for every class. We have advisory, we use Google Classroom. One of the things that hopefully we will be able to do again when we're out of this pandemic is our kids go out to lunch. So our 7th graders are, if they're in good standing academically and for character, they are able to get the privilege to go out to lunch in 7th and 8th grade every day, and in 6th grade in the spring. We also have a partnership with Early Rap Abusive Prevention Program. And like I said, if we get back to normal, we do a Frost Valley overnight trip for our 6th grade. One of the big things for 7th and 8th grade is we have algebra and living environment. We have National Junior Honor Society. I talked about out to lunch. And one of the big things is all of our 8th graders have to do a legacy project where they have to prove their stewardship and give back to the MSC community, and it's a graduation requirement. This is our list of high school acceptances. I know it's small, but it's very impressive. We get into all specialized high schools, all performing arts high schools, really the best high schools in the city. So it's really, really impressive from us. I talked a little bit about the student work showcases that every month kids share a piece of work in a round table. You'll see it's really important that the parents are there as well. We're a school that believes that parents should come into the school. I talked a little bit about their legacy projects. We do have special trips like Frost Valley. We have a very robust arts program. We have a partnership with Inside Broadway. We have a middle school musical every year. You see on here, Annie. We're part of the Thespian Society. So in addition to the academics and the social emotional, we also provide a really strong arts program. And one of the hearts of our school is sustainability. We have a partnership with New York Sunworks. We're a zero waste school and recycling awards. We have science fair every year, and really science is we're at the forefront. We have a sustainability conference every year where kids present their sustainable projects, and we live stream it across the world. We have special trips. Our 7th grade goes to Philadelphia. The 8th grade, we have Field Trip Friday. If the pandemic, when we come out of the pandemic, where our kids go on a field trip weekly, and it's an academic field trip because we believe that the city is also a classroom and it's a place for learning. We have a celebration week of 8th grade where we celebrate the 8th grade every single day, including having a clap out where all the kids K to 7 clap them out. Malika is our parent coordinator. I am going to put in the chat her email address. We did already have our tours, but if you're interested in talking to someone, we can definitely, she can talk to you. We also have a video that we can share with you that we have, and we also have a really extensive website. I'm gonna stop there.
Thank you so much, Claire. And if you could, if you want to put any of that
Yes, I'm gonna put that in right now.
in the chat, we really appreciate it. And with that, we'd like to welcome up Janika Parker from 180.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, District 3 families. I am the proud principal of PSIS 180, Hugo Newman College Preparatory. We are young, gifted, and Harlem. Our school is great because of the people that are here. We have a very loving staff, student, and parent body at 180. And through crew advisory, we work on building strong bonds between and with all of our scholars. Our commitment to our community is to challenge and support scholars in our region's courses. We are pleased to offer living environment and algebra regions to all 8th graders. We further nurture development through a wide array of extracurricular activities and free after-school programming. At PSIS 180, we are a small middle school within a pre-K through 8 school. We have less than 200 students in the upper grades. You can think of 180 like your extended family. This is a place where you are well known and supported, both academically and social emotionally. We personalize learning here. What that looks like is that we are committed to making sure that each and every child is getting what he or she needs in order to be successful in middle school and beyond. We double block in ELA and math, and through flexible programming, we have about 10 to 15 students in a class for small group instruction in the afternoons. We have a state-of-the-art hydroponics lab where students grow herbs and fresh vegetables. Other elective courses include forensics, robotics, speech and debate, Genius Hour, and we even have a movement class through our partnership with the world-renowned Dance Theater of Harlem. Our school's core values are deeply rooted in a culture of care, which stands for collaboration, arts and inquiry, reflection, and empowerment. PSIS 180 is an amazing place to learn and develop strong leadership skills. True to our namesake, our intense focus on college prepares our scholars to have the ability to achieve their dreams in high school and beyond. At Hugo Newman College Preparatory, your child will have the opportunity to visit many colleges over the years. Our scholars have toured Princeton, Yale, United States Naval Academy, Hampton University, West Point, City College, Penn State, Morgan State, the list goes on and on. We are preparing you for an amazing future. As you begin to make decisions about where to start your journey, I invite you to be here. Most importantly, be you, belong. PSIS 180 belongs to all of us. But you don't have to take my word for it. I have a quick message from our amazing students and staff. And so I'm going to do a quick screen share so you can see what they have to say.
I'm young, gifted, and unique, intelligent, talented. Talentoso, musical, bright, beautiful, very strong, enough. Young, gifted, and Harlem.
Hey, I'm alive, though. With things the way they are these days, I know you guys can't come to our school, so me and my friends decided to bring the 180 to you. Now come on and let us show you around.
Hi, I'm Opa, the parent coordinator here at PSIS 180. I will be your go-to person. I will help you navigate through all the concerns and questions that you may have when you enter the school. So I would like to be the first to welcome you to PSIS 180.
Hi, I'm Krista Marin. I'm the assistant principal here at PSIS 180. We are small, but we are mighty. As a small middle school, we get to know your child in a way that most bigger schools can't.
PSIS 180 is a restorative school, which means we use restorative circles to build community. Staff and students play games, talk about their feelings and bonds, and discuss the world around them, their neighborhood, the school, and anything that's on the students' minds.
Like every middle school, PS 180 offers an array of special education services, but unlike every middle school, we have a dedicated team to make sure that every child is getting the support he or she needs to be successful. I hope we get to see you here soon.
You want to know something different about our school? Is that we don't have to miss a day of school to go to the doctor. We have a health care clinic right here that we can get our flu shots, our vaccines, and come with me, I'll show you. We go to the dentist right here in school, and the eye doctor too. Our school has 2 science labs. This one's from middle school. We do things like robotics, forensics, and hereditary reasons. Thank you for joining us, guys. If you have any questions, let us know. Bye, y'all. PSIS 180.
Hugo Newman, pre-K through 8th grade.
A culture of care.
A public school in the heart of Harlem.
It's all
So we hope to see you at an upcoming open house. We have 3, Tuesday, January 19th at noon, Thursday, January 21st at 9:30, and Tuesday, January 26th at 5. Please visit us on our website, hugonewmanprep.org, for more information. We cannot wait to welcome you home.
Thank you very much. Our next presenter will be from 862, Mott Hall 2.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marlon Lowe, and I am the proud principal of Mott Hall 2 Middle School, located on 109th Street between Broadway and Amsterdam. I just want to thank the superintendent and her team for putting together tonight's event, and I'm delighted to be able to present to you tonight. I also want to acknowledge COVID-19 and just say I hope everybody's safe and well and doing well during these difficult times. On that note, I am super excited to share with you Mott Hall 2. We are a small, passionate, dedicated community, and I'm really looking forward to sharing about our school and what we offer you tonight. I had the privilege of serving the school since 2009 as a leader. I've actually been with the school since 2006, and we've accomplished a lot during that time. I'm going to try to share my screen now, so wish me luck, because I am by no means an expert with this. So hopefully it all works out well. Hopefully that comes up well for you and you can see it. So who we serve. We serve our terrific scholars from District 3. I am very proud to say that Mott Hall 2 has historically been one of the most diverse schools and has always been one of the most diverse schools in District 3, historically being maybe one of the most in Manhattan. We've accomplished this and achieved this in our career without any screens. Mott Hall 2, or excuse me, not screens, differentiation between kids and classes. We group all scholars together. They work collaboratively. There is no advanced class or AP class in Mott Hall 2. We work all together, and we expect all scholars to achieve and all scholars to work collaboratively. We welcome all learners. That includes ICT, that includes ENL, and the diverse learners that make up District 3. We believe that it's very important to serve these distinct communities and to make sure all of our families, all of our scholars feel supported. Our 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s sit by side. They collaborate, they work together, and they achieve. And that's one of our biggest accomplishments. Mott Hall 2 has been a reward school acknowledged by New York State several times because of the incredible work we've done as a community to achieve. We have a dedicated and successful group of families. We very proud of who we have and what they offer. We've achieved a lot together. Our families have helped us bring things like air conditioning in, Chromebooks on a 1-to-1 ratio with our scholars, and really make Mott Hall 2 what I like to consider a public school and a private school setting. We really try to make our scholars have the everything at their fingertips and make sure it's a first-rate institution, because our vision and mission is lifelong learners. We want all of our scholars to be lifelong collaborative learners who are ready to compete in the 21st century, because that's what this economy requires and that's what we need. And Mott Hall 2 is committed to each and every one of our scholars. We are very proud of our curriculum. We have a rigorous curriculum and accelerated curriculum. We follow a project-based real-world curriculum in which scholars anticipate, challenge each other, work together, and work hard. We are a hard-working community. We do believe that you have to put a little hard work into it if you're going to achieve. But we push our scholars and we provide a support structure and a network to do that. And that's an emphasis on the whole child. Folks, middle school is a difficult time. It's a time when a lot of scholars really struggle. You're going through puberty, you got to get into high school, you have to do all sorts of things. And Mott Hall 2 works really, really hard to create an environment where all scholars are supported, all scholars have an advisory, all scholars have a teacher that they can go to, rely on. They have access to all their systems so that they can work and figure out where they stand, how they're performing. They're connected to our motthall2.org network. And we have a rich collaborative environment where we expect, but we grant scholars a lot of autonomy and privilege within that structure, but we also provide a lot of support. Middle school is a difficult time. We had an open house not too long ago and it went very well. And one of the key feedback we got from a lot of families was how supportive and how collaborative of a school we sounded and how much they felt welcomed. And that's important to Mott Hall 2 and who we are. We've done very well. 100% of our scholars in our community are eligible to take the Regents. We offer the Living Environment and the Common Core Algebra Regents. We have a very high rate with 90% of our scholars going to the next level with high school credits already. So we're very proud of this. And again, there's no differentiating between scholars. They sit side by side in all classes, whether you are having an IEP, whether you're level 1, whether you're level 4, you're able to achieve a lot. And we're very proud of what we've been able to get. And I want to emphasize this point. We've had an online academy in which we had to do this under COVID-19 because of our collaboration, because of the community we had, because of the way we were able to work. We have 100% of our classes taught live. We have a full schedule for all of our scholars. I do town halls with my families bi-weekly to make sure everyone is supported and everyone is helped. And we have high engagement and a high and successful support structure that lets us exceed the rate that you see across the city. And we're very proud of that. And that's something Mott Hall 2 is able to accomplish because of who we were. And 3 years ago, we were actually asked to absorb a school that was experiencing challenges. And you wouldn't even know it based on the success we've accomplished because we're such a welcoming, diverse, warm, successful community that we were able to integrate this community and do it very quietly and successfully. And I don't want that to go unnoticed. It's something we're very proud of. So that's Mott Hall 2. I hope you come to our open house on January 26th at 6:30 to learn more. It's a great school, great opportunity. I come from New Jersey, hour and a half every day, both ways, when school is open, to support this community. And I hope you come to learn more. So looking forward to meeting you then.
Thank you very much. And our next presentation is from 247.
Hi, everybody. That's me. My name is Christina Jelinek, and I have the great privilege of serving as the principal of Dual Language Middle School. Thank you all for being here this week, this year. We are certainly in interesting times, and it's just such a pleasure to share a little bit about DLMS, Dual Language Middle School, with all of you as you make the right choice of a middle school for your students. I'd just like to also welcome our amazing parent coordinator, Ms. Blanca Ortiz, who is also here on the call and is my #1 partner in answering questions and supporting families. So she's here as well if there are questions in the chat, and those questions that we don't get to, we would be happy to answer later. Like Marlon said, I'm going to go ahead and do a little screen share action, and bear with me, give me one moment just in case, so you can learn a little bit more and see a little bit about our community. So here we go. And there's our contact information, which is also on our website. We'd be happy to share. But again, welcome and thank you for being here to learn about Dual Language Middle School. Our mission and vision are really grounded in the idea that students who learn to read, write, listen, and speak in multiple languages are better able to confront the challenges of society. We really believe in the research that says students who speak multiple languages have brains that are ready to confront challenges and work hard both academically and in confronting all of the social, emotional, and interpersonal challenges that await them. If the last year and last week in particular have taught us anything, it is that our students are going to encounter a world with diverse ideas, challenging ideas, and they need to be ready. And so we use the development of skills in both English and Spanish as one way that students are able to acquire both those academic skills and the cultural capital to be successful in middle school, high school, and beyond. We are a small school community, and with just 230 students across our 3 grade levels, we have the opportunity to really get to know our students and families very well. And that allows us to tailor our supports so that students are able to get what they need, whether it's academically, in terms of after-school opportunities, or in other ways to really support them. As a small school, we have 3 classes at every grade level, and 2 of those classes are integrated co-teaching, and 1 is specifically tailored for our students who are English language learners and require the support of a teacher to help them acquire the English language. But what this means is that because we only have 3 classes at each grade level, and each class has at least 1 other co-teaching type of support, that all students benefit from having 2 teachers for the vast majority of their academic classes. One of the questions that we get most often as a school community is about our language model. Do students need to be fully bilingual in order to be successful at DLMS? And the answer to that is no. Like all schools in the district, we work hard to service and support a wide range of students. So our day is about 70% in English and 25 to 30% in Spanish, which means that students who are acquiring either language has an opportunity to work in both languages and then get those supports. So students take the majority of their classes in English, with Spanish and social studies offered in Spanish to provide that support. And just like students who are new to English, newcomers to New York City, receive support from our English as a new language teacher, we also provide those supports to students who might be interested in our community but don't come in knowing Spanish. So while 80 to 90% of our students come in with some form of second language ability, every year we have at least 10% of our students who come in without knowledge of either English or Spanish, and we are ready to serve them and excited about the challenge for those students who are really motivated about learning a second language during their middle school years. The academics that we offer are very traditional and look in terms of classes that are offered amongst and across the district, but we really focus on our small school and 2-teacher model in order to provide tailored and customized supports. So we offer English language arts, native language arts, which is Spanish class, which culminates in the Spanish proficiency exam for students to earn high school credits, math, culminating in the Algebra 1 regents, science, ending in the living environment regents, and then Estudios Sociales, or social studies, as our primary core classes. All students also engage in all of the specialist classes listed here. We offer advisory to help students engage in some of those more social emotional discussions to really help students understand and get ready for the challenges of middle school. So in 6th grade, a lot of that looks like, what does it mean to have multiple teachers and to change classes and to acclimate to this new middle school environment? As Marlon said, puberty, all of these challenges that are confronting our students. During remote learning, we've been offering advisory twice a week because we think those touch points are so important with our students outside of their academic classes. During traditional in-person school, we offer advisory once a week as an important touch point for our students. all students also engage in a 3-year sequence of visual arts, dance, and physical education. So students get all 3 of those art or PE forms across the three years. So they do not need to choose or rotate between. And then our last primary academic option is called WIN, or What I Need. And this is our small group tailored differentiated period in which students have the opportunity to take accelerated classes like computer science or Spanish debate, or small group courses to provide additional support in their academics, small group reading, small group math, etc., depending on the needs of our students. Something else that we think is incredibly important and that we've learned, one of the things I think that we've all learned over the last 8 months is that school does not exist solely in the building. And that's something that DLMS has known for quite some time. And so we really value the partnerships that we have with other organizations to provide real world experiences and supports to our students. So these are just a few of the groups that we work with in order to help our students work with professional teaching artists, understand what happens on the other side of the screen with some of our partners from Salesforce, and engage in art and change with our partners from Groundswell. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. So just as I wrap up, we'll share just a list of some of our extracurricular activities so that students get to know and explain and explore other elements of their personality and their interests outside of the school walls. I'll talk quickly about families, and then I just have a few words from one of our students. So we are so grateful to our families as our partners. And one of the things that we miss most is having coffee in Ms. Blanca's office because of our open door policy. We've been doing virtual coffees and frequent phone calls and meet and greets online to get to know our parents that way and to spend time together, but we really can't wait to get back to the day when we get to have potlucks and dance performances and all kinds of celebrations within the school community. So I will just wrap up. I'll skip ahead to high school and just wrap up with a few quick words from one of our students as I say thank you for being here tonight, and we hope to see you at one of our tours over the next couple weeks.
Hi, my name is Adriana, and I am a current 8th grader at the Dual Language Middle School. Something that I really love about DLMS is the teachers. They're super fun. Really, they are fun. So look forward to your classes because most likely they're going to be really, really fun. The way that I would describe the DLMS community is that we are super duper supportive. Somos dedicados, and we are also caring for one another. The Dual Language Middle School, it feels like a second family and a second home for me, to the point that I'm really excited to go to school every single day. But hopefully it feels that way for you too. La Escuela de los Dos Idiomas son y serán mi segunda familia y mi segundo hogar.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much. Our next presentation comes from 250.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Novella Bailey, and I'm the principal at Westside Collaborative Middle School. I'm thrilled to be able to have the opportunity to speak a little bit about our learning community with you this evening. Is this the right tab? Can you see a Google presentation with two young men in it? Okay, awesome. So just to be clear, this is just the appetizer. To get the full meal, please come to our open house. We have an open house on January 28th, so you can get more of a sense of our school community and culture. I'm going to share a snippet from a video so you can hear from our students, our staff, and some parents.
One word that I would use to describe Westside Collaborative is creative.
Interesting.
Helpful. Unforgettable. And that it's really amazing.
The most important thing when you are creating a relationship with a student is that they trust you. My favorite part about working at Westside Collaborative is that it feels like a family.
One way is really through the collaboration of our teacher teams, and each grade team of teachers really functions as a family. So they know their core grade incredibly well and then make modifications and adjustments to that grade's learning experience.
When you first come to Westside, the first things the teacher tells you is you could speak to us, you can ask us any questions if you need anything.
At the beginning of the year, you take the survey. That is like, what are your interests? They clearly put a lot of effort into like preparing our lessons, and they do a lot of hard work in just making sure everything goes smoothly.
They're really nice and they're relatable, and they understand me and they really engage with me.
What attracted me about Westside Collaborative was the size of the school, and we were looking for a school that was smaller, you could get more individual attention.
One of the things that we do at Westside Collaborative is we kind of think about learning, not just like, oh, these are the standards that we need to meet. We try to think broader and really thinking, well, what makes a competent individual?
Westside
So at Westside Collaborative, so thank you. And when you come to our visits, you'll learn more, hear more from the voices of our staff about the work that they do to build our community at Westside. As mentioned in the video, we are committed to supporting students so that they can be not only competent, but confident and reflective learners. This is a little bit, I'm going to share some information about, I guess, the core pillars that support us really in helping students be those competent and confident reflective learners that can be capable agents of change in their learning journey. So firstly, our school is designed with adolescents in mind. We understand that adolescents are in a very unique phase of life, as many of my fellow principals have shared. We hire teachers who want to teach middle school and that are really committed to teaching a student-centered curriculum to a wide range of learners. Our unique instructional practices focus on a youth-centered and culturally responsive approach to a positive learning community. There are a couple of aspects of our program that I will share with you now just to give you a taste. Of course, our curriculum is aligned with grade level learning standards. There are some examples of some of the curriculum that we use and modify for our students. We do offer Regents in algebra and living environment. Our social studies curriculum for 8th grade was certified as a high school preparatory course, which means that many of our students outperformed their peers when they went on to 9th grade due to the curriculum that they received in 8th grade. We do work to provide for our students enrichment programs and blended learning programs to support their learning. We use Middlebury Language Program for languages other than English, so our students have the opportunity to study with licensed teachers the following languages, Spanish, French, German, and Mandarin. We also do have opportunities for, as I mentioned, project-based learning across content areas. And we also have programs such as the MSQI debate program and a special partnership with Urban Word Poetry. To support students as far as having those opportunities for in-depth learning, we also have what is called the Science Immersion Week. We work with Urban Advantage to be able to allow students to choose a topic in science to study for an entire week and engage in inquiry-based learning activities. During the time of the pandemic and the transition to remote learning, we have had some successes. And because our school has been a one-to-one laptop school for many years, we have been familiar with Google Suite and Google Classroom. So our team was able to make that transition. We do use Zoom for live teaching. We emphasize breakout rooms and opportunities to maximize our teaching specialists' abilities to meet the needs of all of our students. So what that looks like for our special education is that we do have co-teaching. At different points during the day, we do have teachers pushing in for speech and other services. And then in the afternoon, in our schedule, we have more flex periods. There may be small group and targeted instruction for enrichment or additional supports. So we are designed with adolescents in mind. We're also a space where your child is known, safe, celebrated, and supported. We are an extremely close-knit community of students, educators, and parents. We know each other, we look out for each other, and we work together to make sure that everyone succeeds. We have small class sizes. Our homerooms have regular community meetings. We have an academic coaching program, so every child has an academic coach. We're one of the first schools to engage in student-led conferences and portfolio shares, which is something we're incredibly proud of. All of these things support students in their individual learning journeys and their ability to be known, safe, and celebrated. We also do a lot of community building events, and those have transitioned into virtual events for our students and our family members. Westside Collaborative is also a space where your child will receive individualized attention. We work to meet every single student where they are and give them opportunities to move ahead where they are currently excelling, and then give them space to get that additional support. So I talked about our flexible period. So we have core classes in the morning, and then in the afternoon, students receive their targeted supports during our flex blocks. I talked about our ICT team and our special education team that really do work to meet the needs of all students. 1 minute, oh my goodness gracious. Our active guidance team supports students' needs with the high school process. Also, just to wrap it up, we are an academic, social, and emotional bridge to high school and beyond. We do have a diverse group of learners, and we celebrate that, and we're proud of it. And we're also proud of our high school acceptances. We have students that get into a wide range of high schools, and we meet students where they are, and they engage in high school boot camp so that many of our students receive their first top 2 choices for their high school acceptances. So once again, why Westside Collaborative? Because of these 4 fantastic reasons. We're designed with your child in mind. Your child will be known, safe, and celebrated. They'll get that individualized attention, and we are preparing them for high school and beyond. So if you want more, if you enjoyed the appetizer, because we have to bring some levity in here, come back for the first course or the second course and the dessert. Come to our open house, January 28th, 6 o'clock p.m. Sign up at our website, www.wscnyc.org. And if you can't make it, email me, and we will find a way for you to be able to just get another taste, another morsel of Westside Collaborative. Have a great evening, and there's so many fantastic choices that you get to learn about tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bailey.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is from 191.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Let me just share my screen to begin. There we go. Good evening, everyone. It's good to be here to talk to you about a really great school in District 3. Of the so many great schools that exist out there in District 3, I like to think of ourselves as one of the best kept secrets that exist in District 3, way down in the southern part of the district. And that is the Riverside School for Makers and for Artists, otherwise known as PSIS 191. My name is Steve Hernan. I'm the principal, and I hope that after this short little teaser for tonight, you're willing to come and check us out for a full-length tour and question and answer session, in which case you'll probably get to meet some of the other members of the leadership team of the school, including some of our assistant principals or our parent coordinator. So at RSMA, we like to think a little bit about the end first and begin with the end in mind. And we think of our students in terms of our graduate profile. The idea to us is, what does it mean to be a maker and an artist? And when someone graduates from RSMA, what qualities do we want them to embody besides the qualities of academic excellence that all schools are aspiring for, but what makes our education a unique education for our students? And so no matter what grade you end up leaving us at, whether that's at the end of pre-K, the end of 5th grade, or the end of 8th grade, our graduate profile applies to all students. And for us, the maker or an artist is a person who does this. It's someone who helps, connects, grows, plays, and tries. And those things are all part of our school environment and culture. And we find those things in our academic learning, as well as in our student life and in a variety of other areas in the school. They are for us the mantra that we live by each day and we bring to the school. So let me share with you some highlights of RSMA. One thing is that we're small. So for a school that is a pre-K-8 school, we only have two classes on each grade level. So for a child that's entering 6th grade, like your child will be next year, they're going to be entering a class that a grade level that has roughly about 60 to 70 kids in it. And that's a small school environment for those students. That brings a lot of advantages. And one of those advantages is that we know every single child in the school very, very well. We know their siblings, their cousins, their uncles. We know everybody because it's such a small school environment for everyone that comes to RSMA. And the other thing about it is that it's a pre-K-8 experience, which is a unique experience, especially a unique experience for someone who is 11, 12, or 13 years old, because they will be able to participate in a community that is a community of ages from 3 until 14 years old. And they will be leaders among younger students and younger children in a way that they wouldn't have that opportunity in a school that was a regular 6 to 8 middle school. So our school has a lot of cultural events that transcend grade levels, and students here have an opportunity to work with children of different ages in different ways, from academic assistance and tutoring to a lot of cultural things that we do within the school to connect kids across grade levels. We also have an extensive art program. Even for a school that is not an art school per se, we are a regular academic district school, but we have a focus on the arts. And we have offerings in all 4 subject areas of the arts: dance, music, performing arts, and in visual arts. And we're welcoming of all students' abilities, and we help all students that come through our doors. We offer all special education services that are offered outside of District 75. We have also the newest building in District 3, which is a really, really great experience for the students who are able to come to our school. That allows us to have at our disposal for our students learning a full-scale art studio and music studio, and a music studio that includes even breakout rooms for individual and small group rehearsals, dance studio, full-scale gymnasium, which is just about to be entered into right now. We also have a gymatorium, which is a second gymnasium space in the building, but also doubles as an auditorium with a full-scale stage in it. We have, of course, a library. We have 3 rooftop playground spaces and 2 science labs, one focused on younger children for grades 3 to 5, and then a full-scale high school secondary level science lab for our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders to use for their learning in science. Our middle school curriculum for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, it does include, like many other schools have mentioned so far, a daily advisory period. It's an important part of our social emotional learning in the school, especially for a school of our size. And many of the people in the school are advisors depending on the year, from administrators to counselors to deans and others, not just the classroom teachers. We have a personalized learning focus for ELA and math that I hope that if you're able to join us for a tour, we could unpack for you what that actually means. But in a nutshell for you right now, what it means is that every student in the school, we know exactly where they are in math and ELA at any given moment, and what their next step is to move forward and improve in that area. And those students can also know that. And we work with them so that they can set goals and make their progress towards those goals. In terms of the curriculum we use for that, we use the Teachers College Reading and Writing Project and Connected Math, Amplified Science. And then for all of our 8th graders, we have the same level of expectation for every kid, no tracking or anything. Everyone takes Living Environment and the Algebra 1 Regents courses. And then as a special feature for middle school with all of our arts programs, we have both survey courses in the arts and then in-depth courses in all 4 of those areas of the arts that can prepare students for high school auditions or portfolios. So it's not unusual for students to go to Talent Unlimited, LaGuardia, Art and Design from our school. We see this happen a lot, as well as the regular academic high schools and the specialized high schools. You know, just to quickly sum up what is different about RSMA and why RSMA. Well, we are a pre-K-8 school, which provides a unique opportunity for your child. But we're still small at the same time, where we'll know everybody in the school inside and out, and every single day, we will be there at the front door greeting every child that comes through from pre-K through 8th grade. We're a small and caring environment. We serve every child that comes through our doors, regardless of what their needs are for their next step. And we're ambitious. We're currently, even though in the middle of a pandemic, we are at this moment developing with our school leadership team and PTA, a 4-year plan to improve the school, not just academically, but in a whole scale of variety of ways so that we can find the next iteration of RSMA and make ourselves better than we are today. So Thank you. Good luck. Please visit our website to schedule a tour. We have 3 tours already scheduled. And if you have trouble getting a tour for those days, you can reach out to me or our parent coordinator. Both email addresses are here. Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you, Stephen. And you can also put that information in the chat now for people to access as we move on to the next presentation, which will be from 2:45.
Hi, everybody. I'm Henry Zimick, principal of Computer School, and we have a presentation for you that's going to last about 7 minutes. We also have an open house tomorrow night for you to get more information. But for now, I'm going to turn it over to my assistant principal, Jessica Shalom, and enjoy the presentation.
So happy to see you. Welcome to the computer school.
Welcome to CS.
Welcome to computer school. So, I'm sure that many of you are probably nervous about going into middle school, but don't worry, you'll have all the guidance you need.
Hi, I'm Henry Zimick, principal of the computer school. Since 1983, our continuing mission is to equip a wonderfully diverse group of learners with the academic and social skills necessary to become confident citizen leaders. We highly value teamwork and collaboration. We expect students to support each other's development by respectfully offering and graciously accepting constructive feedback. We expect them to celebrate successes and to overcome adversity together. We expect them to develop a heightened sense of stewardship over the world which they will inherit.
Hi, I'm Jessica Shalom, the assistant principal at the computer school. As we established in 1983, our curriculum is rigorous, it's engaging, and it's real-world centered. At the computer school, we offer an accelerated liberal arts program. For 3 years, students take ELA, where we would read books that not only were challenging, but also helped our understanding of the outside world, to social studies, where we would have debates and discussions about real life issues like racism, classism, sexism, homophobia, from science, where we would learn about the Hudson River and we would do tests on it to learn about the cleanliness of our water, mathematics. By the end of 8th grade, our students have taken Regents exams in earth science and in algebra, and many have also taken the Spanish language proficiency exam. And also there is fine arts, STEAM, physical education, and health. Additionally, students have enrichment twice a week where they get to choose an area of focus. Also, there is STARS, our social and emotional learning program. And this is where we, as a full community, really can come together because we know everybody has this shared experience.
All the teachers are always so supportive and you can ask them for help with anything.
Teachers are always asking if everything's okay and if, they can do something that'll help you feel more at home.
Everyone is very kind and understanding. We have the most amazing teachers who have been able to stay on track even with the virus hitting us.
The teachers are also really organized with the online work that we do.
One of the things we love about CS is the teachers, the staff, the administrators. They're all so supportive and knowledgeable and dedicated, which is really reassuring, especially during this uncertain and challenging time, COVID and raising tweens and teens.
So student voice, that's another thing that from 1983 to the present has been central to what we do. Our curriculum centers around debate and discussion. When you walk into a computer school classroom, you rarely see a teacher speaking from the front and students sitting in rows. You see kids sitting in groups. You see kids standing around the room having discussions. You see students in the hallway negotiating things and trying to figure things out because students are at the heart of what we're doing.
In 6th and 7th grade, you get to be with 6th and 7th graders. So if you're in 6th grade, you can always have that 7th grade parent to help you with your schoolwork and make sure you don't fall behind. Really leads into 8th grade, especially if you are a peer leader. Wait, what's a peer leader, you ask? Peer leaders are a group of 8th graders who help all of the students at CS to create a more kind and welcoming environment.
And so our after-school program offers a free and comprehensive program. We offer musical theater, we offer portfolio art, debate team, as well as over 15 athletic teams for boys and for girls. Last year, over half of our students participated in at least one computer school sport. So it's something we're really proud of. It's something that's grown over time. And often that comes, here we go back to student voice, that comes from the students. So kids saying, we'd love to do lacrosse. Guess what? The next year we have boys and girls lacrosse. I'm interested in table tennis. Now we have a table tennis team. And so just providing opportunities is one of the things that we're always trying to do.
Spirit Team was a student initiative created by students and for students. The Spirit Team is just what it sounds like. It's a group of talented, motivated individuals who cheer, step, and dance as we motivate in and out of the classroom.
We have something called all school meetings. All school meetings are when our 8th graders lead. They write, they produce, and they act in assemblies for the full school. Of course, this year, assemblies weren't something that we could do, so we brought those online.
I'm your host, and this is the Good News Channel.
And this week's theme is honoring our heroes.
Hi, everybody. It's Nyla here to report the weather.
And that's our CS Matrix. Be respectful, be responsible, and be safe.
One thing that I love about the computer school is the community. All the kids are also so nice.
On the first day of school, I already felt like a part of our big, kind, helpful, and caring community.
What I love about the computer school is that everyone is so kind and the teachers are easy to talk to.
They make my day and they're always here to help me.
It's really small and that you get to know everybody and it's diverse, so you get to know, you get to meet people from other cultures that it's not only your culture and one other one, there's a whole bunch. When I first got here, they asked me what my name was and then they asked, what do you want to be called? At computer school, you're always asked if it's okay and you're always asked if, you want to do something that will make you feel better and feel more comfortable.
I've met so many amazing teachers and so many amazing friends, and you really start to feel like you're part of a family because that's what we are at CS.
Virtual high five!
Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow, I hope.
Thank you so very much. And now we have Principal Carlin Washington from West Prep Academy.
Good evening, folks. My name is Carlin Washington, and I am the proud principal of West Prep Academy. I'm going to try to share my screen here. Can you all see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you very much, sir. So good evening again, once again. Happy New Year, everyone. We have a lot going on in our society today. There's a pandemic going on, and so I hope everyone is doing well with that. We have chaos in Washington. Our president is going through his second impeachment as we speak. And the DOE wants you all to find a middle school for your 5th graders. So it's a lot happening here. So Happy New Year from the Department of Education. And I bring you peace and greetings from West Prep Academy. I am Carlin Washington. I am the proud principal of West Prep Academy, home of the Titans. If we could get this slide going here. At West Prep Academy, our mission is with the work of all, we build a capable, caring, and inspired community. And what does that mean and what does that look like? Well, at our school, we see ourselves as a bridge between elementary schools and high schools. And so we know that we only have your child for 3 years and 3 years only, not a minute more, not a minute less. And so we have to figure out who your child is, love them, give them what they need to make them stronger before they leave us, before we send them off to one of the best high schools possible. And so we focus a lot on whole child development at West Prep Academy. Not only do we build a strong academic program, which we'll talk about in a second, but we also focus on making your child socially and emotionally strong, where we talk about our Titan Time, our advisory program. We also want to make them artistically and visually and performing arts strong, technology arts strong. And so we're providing them with a lot of opportunities to engage in arts, visual performing arts, and technology arts. as well as their physical wellness. And so we have a robust physical education program as well as wellness in the schools that's designed to make your child well. And so again, in addition to academics, we're focusing on arts, we're focusing on social emotional learning and your physical wellness at West Prep Academy. So the middle school experience is supposed to be about exposure, making sure that we are giving kids opportunity to explore different things so that when they have to decide which high school, and most of our high schools we know are thematic, before they get there, we want to expose them as much as possible so that they can make the right decision when they get in the 8th grade about where they want to go moving forward. We know schools in New York City operate 6 hours and 20 minutes. And so our goal is to pack as much as possible in those 6 hours and 20 minutes, 5 days a week, so that your child is ready to go. And we know during remote learning that has dropped to 5 hours and 30 minutes. So that has reduced the amount of time that we have with our children. So that means that we have to put in some extra work during remote learning. We don't wait until we meet your child. We have a summer bridge program where we're bringing your children into our building. Hopefully this year we will have in-person learning next school year, but if not, we are fully capable of doing everything virtually and remotely. And so before your child steps foot in our school virtually or physically, we have a 1 week long summer bridge program where we are getting to know your child. They're building community with their fellow classmates, as well as meeting different teachers, going on different field trips. And then we bring the parents together at the end of the week and share out our learning. And so before you come to West Prep, we already know who you are, and we know, and they know who we are. The first couple of days of school, we're not giving out any work. We're doing baseline assessments. We're doing some more community building activities. So again, before we start handing out work to your child or making expectations about who they are, we want to make sure that we do know who they are. And so we're giving them some baseline assessments so that we can give them the right individualized instruction to prepare them for whatever they need. All right. So we're looking at academics, and I'm talking to parents here. And I'm going to get with it because I know I'm going to run out of time in a second. We have a strong academic program. And if you look at our latest quality review, which came out this past February, before we went out for quarantine and COVID, we had very high marks, and I encourage you to check that out on our school website. But we offer 5 periods a week in ELA. We have expeditionary learning program for our English language arts curriculum, which is heavily modified. A lot of teachers have been looking at culturally responsive novels for our scholars, and so we have changed. We're in the process of changing our novels yearly. We also supplement our ELA curriculum with a vocabulary acquisition program called Word Generation, which we find to be very important. We also have 5 periods a week of a strategic reading program. And so whether your child is an advanced reader, a 9th grade reader in the 6th grade, or struggling with reading on a 2nd grade level, we offer 6 different programs for strategic reading to support your child's ELA. So they get 10 periods a week of ELA. We have 5 periods a week of regular math classes using Pearson and Vision curriculum. We supplement that with 3 periods a week of iReady, so that we are looking at any instructional gaps that your child may be bringing in, particularly with remote learning. Due to COVID last year, we know a lot of students have a lot of instructional gaps. And so our school and our program is designed to cover those. But we are prepping our scholars to be in algebra by the time they are in 8th grade. We're really proud of our social studies curriculum. We have heavily modified our curriculum to include a 3-year survey of American history, and we include in world history elements into our American history. And so your students are getting a robust opportunity to learn about American history as it relates to the world. We do a lot of public speaking and debate skills in social studies, a lot of book reading, and a lot of paper writing in social studies. And so it's also supplements our ELA curriculum, as what's being learned in social studies also complements the ELA curriculum. Really proud of our science program. We've modified our science curriculum to culminate in living environment in the 8th grade. And so our 6th and 7th grade curriculum is designed to get students prepared for that. All students in 8th grade will take living environment and the Regents exam. And so to prep for that, we're doing a lot of labs. We have a beautiful lab that was built 8 years ago at our school. Students are actually conducting labs in the 6th grade. We're going outside and we're doing labs outside. Scholars also are invited to Columbia University, where we're taking advantage of their brand new labs on 125th Street. And so we do conduct several labs there each year, as well as Roosevelt University. We go over there. Rockefeller University, where we go over there a couple of times a year to do labs there. And we also conduct experiments off Governor's Island. So our science program is really designed to get you ready to pass that 8th grade Regents. In addition to that, again, you have algebra, and then we also have Spanish, which gives you 2 credits. And so when you're leaving West Prep, you have the opportunity to get at least 4 Regents classes. And our scholars have really improved in their test scores so much that some of the specialized high schools have recognized our students. And so our valedictorian last year was accepted into Beacon. Our number 2 students was accepted into the specialized high school at City College. And the next top 3 students got into Columbia Secondary. And so we're just really proud of the work that our school has made and the progress that our school has made since the 10 years that I've been there and the 10 years that we have been located or co-located in the PS 145 building. This is our current schedule for one of our 6th grade classes. So we divide our students into 3 classes. We have currently 67 6th graders. So if you divide it by 3, we're looking at very small class sizes of about 22 to 23 scholars in each class. Again, we offer ICT student classes. We also have an ASD Nest program, which is for high function autistic students. And we become the feeder school for PS 75. And so if you are familiar or in that community, you may be familiar with that program. And we also offer the full range of special ed programs in addition to related services. And so all children can and will be served at West Prep Academy. Something that makes us unique is that we really focused on remote learning during the summer as the deal we was planning on sending students back to school. We really wanted to make sure that we strengthen our remote learning curriculum because we knew at some point that we would be sitting in a current situation where middle schools were not in school. And so versus creating 5, 10 different schedules, we wanted to make sure that every day children were learning, whether they were in the building, whether they were at home, or whether they choose a blended learning model.
1 minute, please.
We were clear to make sure that all of our scholars were receiving 5 periods of instruction in all of their core classes, in addition to their AIS, in addition to some of their arts instruction. And so what that looks like in a regular school day is that we have academic programs such as Titan Studios, which is designed to get kids looking at arts and looking at preparation for some of the auditions that they would do for their high school admissions. Titan Time is about social emotional learning, which is very important at West Prep Academy. We use the Ruler program, which helps us build our restorative practices. We're going suspensions and we're doing things to restore the community. And we're also really big on college awareness, where we're taking trips to Temple University and Howard University in Washington, D.C., and a lot of the CUNY schools. We have a lot of studios designed to support scholars, anime, meditation, art therapy, production, programming. And we have some open houses coming up. Next Thursday is an evening open house from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. And we have a daytime virtual tour where you can actually jump into some of the in-class virtual Zoom classes to check out and see how the students are learning in a remote format. And that's Wednesday, February the 3rd. Before you have to turn in your applications on February 8th. Again, I'm Carlin Washington. If you have any questions, please visit our website at www.ms421.org. And I hope you all stay safe, and we look to see you at our virtual tours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Carlin. Our next presentation comes from 860.
860, otherwise known as Frederick Douglass Academy 2. Hello, everyone. I am Ase Owusu-Afriye, principal of Frederick Douglass Academy 2. And joining me tonight is a member of our wonderful team. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Karima Hughes. I'm one of the assistant principals here at FDA 2.
All right, just bear with me. I'm trying to navigate this Zoom webinar features to make sure we can share our presentation. So just give me a moment. Again, Frederick Douglass Academy 2. All right, let's do it. When you come to Frederick Douglass Academy 2, it's a whole crew of us that are supporting our scholars to be excellent. Not just myself and Ms. Hughes. We have a variety of educators. And when you come to the open house that we're going to tell you about, you'll have a chance to see these wonderful people live and in person. But we are a team, and that's the theme that runs through all the work that we do at FDA 2. Frederick Douglass Academy 2, we are a community of learners. We encourage every scholar to be an active participant in their education. We foster a safe and consistent environment, both online and in person. We take our time to make sure we're celebrating each scholar's individual identity and success. And we do that through a rigorous curriculum, cultural enrichment opportunities, and experiential learning. We prepare our scholars to achieve academic and personal excellence. And what is wonderful about our school is we are a 6 to 12, very small school when we serve about 340 students from grades 6 to 12. So our average class size in the 6th grade is under 20 students. We have between 30 and 40 students in the whole entire grade for 6th grade. So when you join in, small environment, lots of support. And we have a track record of success. So in the last 3 progress reports or school snapshots, our school has achieved a perfect score, the highest level, a level 4 in scholar achievement for the last 3 years. And when the next one comes out in the next couple of weeks, if there were 5 levels, we'd be at a level 5. We're really doing outstanding work, even through remote learning in difficult times, because we're such a supportive community of learners. At our school, we have 2 key programs. There's a STEM program and there's a humanities program. Our STEM program focuses on giving scholars in the middle school a strong foundation in technology, engineering, science, and mathematics. Scholars have access to not just the core science classes, but an accelerated placement courses as well. So by the time they finish in 8th grade, they have completed the algebra regents and the living environment regents. Scholars also take a sequence of introduction to robotics, as well as to the fundamental foundations of engineering within the middle school. And we've also included the high school courses that sequences to, because the majority of our scholars do stay with us throughout for the full 7-year experience. And when you get to the high school, you get access to AP biology, AP statistics, physics, chemistry. Our school is well equipped. We have 2 brand new science labs, one dedicated for the high school and one dedicated for our middle school. In addition, we have laptops for every scholar, brand new computer lab. You name it, we have it. We're a very well equipped facility to support STEM learning. You're muted, Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. And in our humanities program, we have a humanities curriculum. And so we do foster critical thinking within our classrooms. And in the middle school, we have core humanities courses, 6 to 8. Scholars learn a combination of social studies and English language arts to better prepare them for high school English classes. And we also have Spanish in our middle school. And just like we mentioned our high school programs in the STEM program that we have, we also have high school programs, courses for our students. And we have many partnerships with different colleges throughout the city, like Howard University, CUNY, where students take sociology and psychology and criminal justice.
I would also like to add in our humanities program, the 3 arts that scholars have access to in our middle school: ceramics, because we actually have a ceramic space, theater, as well as visual art.
What makes us super unique is the fact that we are a community school. And by a community school, that means we have tons of partnerships. So we partner with iMentor, Achievement Initiative, Street Squash, Double Discovery at Columbia University. And we also have intensive personalized support for our scholars. We have 3 school counselors, we have our college counselor, our social work team. We also have a mental health clinic on site with New York Foundling, and we have no-cost vision and dental services.
The way our school also is organized is the middle school scholars have their own separate wing, and the high school scholars have their own separate floor as well. Key part of building that healthy peer relationships and also strong relationships with with the adults within the building is our Pride Advisory Program. Pride stands for preparation, resilience, integrity, dedication, and excellence. These are the core values of a successful scholar. So when scholars enter our school, they group into a Pride and they take a class together called Community. that's facilitated in circles, and they're talking about issues that are just related to growing up into adolescence. Also, scholars have an opportunity to do a variety of community building trips throughout the year when we're in person. Of course, while we're virtual during this pandemic, we still mimic a lot of the same structures. We do virtual circles. It's a pretty cool thing to see. And all to, again, foster and build a very strong and healthy peer culture. You're muted, Ms. Hughes.
Yes, and to continue on with our vision of being a school that fosters a community of learners, we transition our scholars into our schools. So our middle school students, when they come to us from 5th grade, we have Summer Bridge. That is an amazing extended summer learning opportunity. And then when we have our 9th graders coming in from being 8th grade, we have peer mentorship. We're part of Peer Group Connection, where our 8th graders actually mentor our 6th graders, and in the high school, our 11th graders mentor our 9th graders.
Lastly, again, at FD2, commitment to excellence, not just academic excellence, but personal excellence. Parents are involved. We have our twice a year scholarly conferences. Scholars have advisory, mentoring, all these key pieces add together to build about success. This past year in our high school, we achieved an 88% graduation rate, and it's going up even higher this year. Our scholars from the middle school mostly matriculate to our high school. However, they also go on to a variety of different selective schools throughout the city. And the same thing at the end when they graduate in 12th grade, get selected to very competitive colleges throughout the country. To stay in touch with us, this is our website. Ms. Hughes is going to put in the chat a link to our open house because we have one coming up tomorrow. So it'll be a chance for you to come and learn even more about the school and learn more about the team.
Thank you so much. And our next presentation is coming from 76.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Charles Zuberi, and I'm principal of PSIS 76, located here in Harlem, in District 3. First of all, I'd like to thank the District 3 team for giving us this opportunity to share with you this evening. If you've been on since 5 o'clock, certainly you've seen that we have a host of wonderful schools in District 3, and we're hoping that this is an opportunity for you to help select one for your child. At 76, I've been the principal here for 17 years, and many of our staff have been here for quite a long time as well. I'm joined tonight by Mrs. Fenard, the assistant principal for middle school. She'll be sharing some things with you as well, but we do have a staff of vibrant mix of new and experienced teachers from diverse backgrounds, and our teachers and staff are fully committed to the academic growth and well-being of all of our children. Students are challenged to explore their individual learning styles, and they set goals to help them do so. We are partnered with many organizations to assist in that work. Students can apply to become a prefix, which is our organization to allow them to have some responsibilities, sharing decision-making, and to also help administration understand what the students would like. At this time, I'm going to let Mrs. Fenard share some things with you, and I'll speak with you again very shortly. Mrs. Fenard.
My name is Charles Zuberi. I'm the proud principal of PSIS 76,
the A. Philip Randolph School of the Humanities. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our virtual tour. We hope that you'll enjoy it, that you'll have an opportunity to see some of the wonderful programs that we have in place and visit and see some of the wonderful teachers, staff, and students that are a part of our educational community. Please enjoy your tour.
Hi, my name is Fatimata.
Hi, my name is Ando.
Hi, my name is Tierra. Welcome to IS 76.
Please enjoy a tour of our middle school.
Now we're going to take a tour to our 6th grade math class. This is our 6th grade math class. Our 6th grade teacher, Ms. Miller, made sure I was ready to tackle 7th grade math.
Now we're going to take a tour of one of our ELAs. Welcome to one of our ELAs. This is the 8th grade ELA room. I'm currently in 7th grade, and I can't wait to come in here and learn all my 8th grade ELA.
Oh, hello. Everyone at IS 76 receives their own locker. As you can see, we have lockers for everyone.
We try to make sure that we focus on wellness in our community. We ensure that our students have an opportunity to play basketball. We have a program for lacrosse. We also have a program for football. We make sure that all of our students are well fit, and we make sure that they complete the fitness program each and every year.
When I first picked up the stick, I didn't really think about where it could take me.
When I play lacrosse, I feel like I have no worries at all. Like when I'm on the field, I just worry about lacrosse.
When I'm on the field, I just feel the rush. I feel the need to win.
Around here, all you play is like basketball and football, and I wanted something different.
Doing this has taught me that, you have to believe in yourself.
Work your hardest, be the best that you can be.
Whatever you want to be, you can be it.
All on me, all on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so as you can see, we have quite a bit of
That was exciting.
Thank you, Ms. Vanar. As you can see, we have, do focus a lot on athletics with our students. But in addition to that, we have a very rigorous curriculum. We're using the Teachers College Reading and Writing Program, and we're using the Savoy's Realized Math Program, and Amplify for Science. We do have advisory because the social and emotional well-being of our students is very important, knowing that after when our students return, they will need a lot of support. We have 2 social workers and a guidance counselor, and we are prepared to support our students when they return to our building. We do have quite a bit of collaboration with after-school programs. We have the STEM at 3 p.m., which focuses on robotics, coding, and science and technology. We have the Harlem Children's Zone as a partner who has worked with us for many years and who provide our students with opportunities for after-school in the afternoons until almost after 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
1 minute.
They have opportunities to engage in parent activities with their students. And this is a relationship that we will continue into the future. Again, as I stated at the beginning, there are many, many wonderful schools in District 3. Ms. Fenard has posted, will be posting our schedule of tours and open houses and our website. And we're looking forward to seeing you in the near future and hope that you will seriously consider PS IS 76 as one of your choices. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you so much. Our next presentation comes from 291. You're still muted.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a problem with screen share for some reason.
Do you want me to share, Karen?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you so much. I'm sorry about that. I had it all set up.
No problem. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, while Chrissy gets that up, I will do the first slide. Hi, my name is Karen and I'm the parent coordinator at West End Secondary. And we thank you for attending tonight and being a part of this. With us tonight, we have Joe Rodriguez and Lynn Dalius, who are our 2 assistant principals at West, along with Chrissy Grenier, and Chrissy is one of our educational leaders. And we are also lucky enough to have McAllister Strong, one of our 7th grade students with us. West is a 6th through 12th grade school, and we are super excited that next year we will graduate our first senior class. We are an expeditionary learning school, and we're located on West 61st Street between West End Avenue and Amsterdam. We welcome students from every D3 school and look forward to having you next year. With this, real quickly, our website is westendsecondary.com. And take it away, McAllister, for the next slide, please.
So with our second slide, these are our core values. Our core values are wonder, compassion, create, and resilience. And those are very important to us at West because they're very important to, well, for me personally as a student, because we show that every day and it's just very important to us.
Hi everyone, my name is Chrissy Grenier. I'm a teacher at West and I'm the 8th grade team lead. So one thing that we really value at West End Secondary School is socio-emotional learning and support, especially during this time of remote learning. So one of the structures that we have built into our schedules is CREW. CREW is our take on advisory. Crews start in 6th grade. They're groups of 10 to 15 students who are paired with a staff from West, and crews stay together all the way through 12th grade. So this really allows for the kids in the crew to form like a deep bond and have a sense of community within the school, and also have an adult in the building who really knows them well and can advocate for them. Crew meets 2 times a week in the morning for 45 minutes. We have circles, we play games, we do relationship building activities, as well as academic check-ins to make sure that students know where they're at academically and are supported in their success there. If you choose to come to West in 6th grade, Crew kicks off with a camping trip in upstate New York. It's a 2-night, 3-day trip. Students go with their crew leader, and it's an opportunity to like really bond with each other. They do like an expedition where there's a ropes course, they cook together, have a campfire at night. My crew is in 8th grade now, and like we love to just reminisce on this, and it's really a time for the kids to get to know each other. So West is an expeditionary learning school. And what that means is that our course content is taught in cross-curricular expeditions. So our expeditions have themes that span all content areas and even electives within a grade. By doing this, this allows students to really like deeply connect with and understand the material. We're constantly every year, reevaluating and re-examining our curriculum and making sure that it's relevant for our students. Another key component of expeditionary learning is fieldwork. And fieldwork is like, it's what we call field trips, but we're making sure that our students are really engaging in like work when they're out in the field. We believe in using New York City as our learning lab, and we like to get our kids out of this building and out of the classroom as often as possible. So here's an example what I'm talking about when I say expeditionary learning and like a cross-curricular unit of study. So in 6th grade, one of the expeditions is called Down the Drain. And the guiding question, which spans all classes, is how do we value and impact bodies of water? So to answer this question, students are reading the book Flush in ELA. In social studies, they're learning about the interdependence of waterways and how rivers shaped ancient civilizations. In science, this is where a lot of the field work for this expedition happens. Students actually go out into the New York Harbor, and they're studying the effect that combined sewer overflows have on that ecosystem. They're looking at oysters that were taken from the New York Harbor, and it even connects as far as in arts. We have a partnership with an outside agency or program called Take Two, where students can make films about everything that they learned. In art, they paint New York City and Hudson River landscape. So you can see how we really take the theme of the expedition and apply it to all classes.
So academic rigor is a part of WES, but we also, in each class, scaffolding is built in and students have a variety of ways to express what they've learned. By the end of 8th grade, all students will have taken the following high school courses. So they do take Algebra 1, Living Environment, and US History. Students also have the opportunity to take the LOTE exam for high school Spanish credit. So that means when they enter high school, they've already have the 3 Regents exams on their transcripts, as well as 1 year of Spanish. What that does allow is it allows kids to start 9th grade with Spanish 2 and Spanish 3 in 10th grade, and then they can take AP Spanish or take other AP options. The other thing that I have to say as one of my favorite things about WES is that we're part of AP for All. And what that means is that all WES 8th graders take advanced placement in human geography, which will, if they pass the course with a certain score, they will automatically receive college credit for it. So all 9th graders take AP human geography, and all 10th graders take AP bio and AP world, which I think is just a huge opportunity, because even if kids don't sit for those tests, they've all been exposed to that enriched curriculum.
So these are a few of our after-school activities that we have at WES, and the program that we have these through is Manhattan Youth, and our coordinator for that, Kara, just heads all of it. And so we have community service, tutoring, debate. I was in debate last year, and debate is headed by our 9th grade English teacher, Risto. So it's really cool. We debate a bunch of other schools, and it's competitive as well. And robotics, we have a robotics club as well after school, and that was actually started by a high schooler. And musical theater, we have a play every single year. Last year it was Into the Woods, but we weren't able to have it obviously because of COVID, but we usually do have it every year. And for band, I was also in band last year, and so band is headed by our music teacher, Sarah, and she just coordinates all of it. And we have brass and we have woodwinds as well as, we have brass and we have woodwinds. And so I played the alto saxophone, and we have a bunch of other brass instruments as well as the trumpet, the baritone, the clarinet is one of our woodwinds, and we have the flute as well. And then the social justice club as well. And then an opportunity to contribute to the HS newspaper. I'm a part of the newspaper, but the newspaper is called West Side Stories, and middle schoolers can actually also be in it. Obviously, because I'm a 7th grader, I'm able to be in it. But yeah, so, and then we have the math team and arts and crafts and student council and National Junior Honor Society. And then to move on, West is a 6 through 12 school. Arts are an integral part of our curriculum. Students take music, visual arts, film, and dance. Our dance teacher, Christina, and the Take Two Film Academy, also in 7th grade. And mastery-based grades, students are graded based on academic are graded based on academic mastery of learning targets, habits of work, timelines, participation, etc. All grades are PE meets 3 times a week. Our PE teacher is Mariana for middle school, and all students use. We have laptop carts in every single classroom. So if you're not able to have a laptop, you can get one, or if your laptop is like dead, for example, sometimes you just your laptop dies in the middle of class, so you can just get one out of the cart. And this year all classes are synchronous. So that just means that we have live classes on Zoom every single day. And what we would usually have for all periods, we just have synchronous. However, we do have Fridays asynchronous, which that's nice because you get a break from all those classes. And we also have significant opportunities for parent involvement because parents are a very large part of our school because they contribute a lot to how our school runs, and our PTA is very involved. So now I'd like to turn it over to our Vice Principal, Joe, for the last part of our slide.
Okay, Matt, did I hear that correctly? Of under a minute, is that correct?
Well, now we really need to wrap it up now and move on to the next presentation.
Fair enough. Thank you.
But if you want to put any of any of your links into the chat so that people can access it later, and anything you may have coming up, please feel free to do it there so that people can access all of your information. Next up, we have 258.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Sullivan, and I am the proud principal of MS 258, the Community Action School. I want to thank you all for your patience. I know that this is a long presentation. I believe there are only 4 schools left after me to go, so please hang in there. We really appreciate your patience. It's hard to believe it, but this is my 20th year at Community Action School, and I'm really excited to be here tonight to share a little bit about our school and to tell you why it might be a perfect middle school for your child. So I am going to stop my video, and I am going to share my screen. And that didn't work. Let's try it again. One more time.
There we go.
All righty. I'm assuming that works. I can't see anything else. Matt, is that good?
You're good.
All righty, great. So we currently have 240 students at our school and 3 different academic sections on each grade level. And our average class size is 27 students. Community Action School, also known as CAS, is located on West 93rd Street, and we share a building with Manhattan School for Children and Lafayette Academy. We have 3 or 4 more virtual open houses coming up, and you can find those dates on the slide right here, but also on our website. I'll put this back up at the end of the presentation as well. But I want to move on quickly to curriculum. I'm going to speak really quickly because we have a lot to get through. You can see the subjects by grade that your student would take if they come to the Community Action School. I just want to quickly point out our 8th grade program. All of our 8th grade students are required to take 2 Regents level courses. That's Algebra 1 and Living Environment. And it's not just a select few students, it's all of our students in the 8th grade who take those 2 courses, which enables them to move on to high school with credit in 2 of those courses. And also, just so everyone knows, studies show that any student that takes Algebra 1 in the 8th grade, even if they don't pass the course, are more successful in high school, in college, and life beyond. We also have a really unique Spanish program at our school. Students meet virtually with their teacher who live streams from Bogota, Colombia. And the students really love this class. We started this before the pandemic and before this push for online learning, and our kids really love it. So you can learn more about that at our open house as well. I am going to show you 2 quick video clips.
This year as a 7th grader, it's been a lot different because it's been online and you're at home and you're not in school. But just the way how it's online, you still feel really interactive and you feel like you're in the class at the same time. So it feels really good. And so far this year has been going great. It can get a little bit distracting sometimes because you're at home, but other than that, it's been amazing. And I really can't wait for 8th grade.
Let me start at the beginning. So when I first came to CAS, the students who are already like in their classes, they already knew each other and the teachers and things. So I was kind of like a bit behind kind of. So the first teacher I remembered I met there was Miss Peachy, who was the ELA teacher. And she introduced me to my class and teachers, and it kind of just really started from there.
My experience at CHS is like pretty good right now because even though with COVID-19 going around now, even remote classes, the teachers, they try their best to make the classes as fun as possible. And I do appreciate that because it is very fun right now.
At CAS for the last 3 years, my experience at CAS, great. It's like a homey environment. I'm comfortable with everybody. I can speak to anybody in the school. We know everybody. And yeah, I like CAS. Great.
Well, I feel like there were a lot of memories I had at CAS. Most specifically, I think the 7th grade camping trip was a great memory. I mean, it was really on-hands learning. We learned a lot about nature, wildlife, and it helped us connect with each other even more. It taught us how to just do a lot of things that we weren't able to do back home in the city, especially camping, And I feel like it really did help me gain a lot of connections with my classmates, which is why I really did appreciate that memory. And it's a memory that I'm going to hold for the rest of my life. The teachers, they were very on-hands learning. They enjoyed teaching, which is why I really did like the school, because the teachers enjoyed teaching. And that really helped me excel and helped me better understand the content that was being taught to me in class. And I feel like
this year as a 7th grader, it's been a lot different because
why we chose community action. Community action was actually the 3rd on the list. I'll be honest, because I didn't know anything about it. When we walked into school, we just felt just a sense of community. And after we left, we were walking away. I turned to my husband and I said, oh my gosh, we should have had this to be our first choice. What were we thinking? Miss Fittipaldi comes out of a classroom. She said, your son would be a great fit for this school. And the first thing I thought about was, I would want my son to be a part of a school where they're saying to me, he would be a good fit. He got into community action. It was like a dream come true. There is such a strong sense of community. When you see the principal walking through the hallways and knowing the students' names, the presence of the leaders is so important to me. So I just felt like this is a place where I know that my son will grow academically. And even for Lewis, he was an IEP student. And so he needed that extra help, and he got it. I mean, the resources that are available to the students from the teachers is incredible. To every fifth grade parent, every fifth grade family, you must give community action a chance. I am forever grateful, forever. I don't even want to get emotional, but parents, you have to send your children to community action. It'll be the best choice that you could make for your child and or your children. Why we chose community action. Community action was actually the third.
We also have a really large array of after-school programs and clubs, as you can see on your screen right now. I'm probably running out of time. I want to leave you with this screen that shows you our remaining open houses, Friday, January 22nd at 10 a.m., Tuesday the 26th at 4, and we have a Spanish speaking tour on the 27th at 4 p.m. as well. See if I can't figure out how to put my face back on the screen. But anyway, I want to end by just encouraging you to come to an open house, and also wish you lots of luck with this process. I know it's really stressful, to say the least. And feel free to reach out to me via email. I'll get back to any of you with any questions or concerns that you have. Thank you and have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Andrew. And I was trying to get back to your to you, but you can put the information in the chat as well, so they can have the information that was on that last slide.
Will do. Thanks.
And thank you. And our next presentation comes from 4:15. Looking. Do we have a presenter from Wadley with us?
Matt, she says she's having trouble getting in. I believe that's her. Delaine.
She's having trouble getting in. Let me see.
Just one moment.
Elaine, I am promoting you here. Give me 1 second.
Matt, if you need, I can jump in beforehand if
She's
you need
there.
more time.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
perfect.
She's there.
I appreciate it, Brian. You're coming up next.
Mr. Lane, please either unmute or allow for voice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, because the controls was not popping up at the bottom there.
No worries.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Good evening. My name is Miss Daemong, and I am the proud assistant principal of Wadley Secondary School. Wadley is the only arts accredited high school in Harlem. And I would like to start by sharing a quick video with you. Thank you.
Are you committed to excellence? Are you ready to take your talents to the next level? Then it's time to apply to Wadley. Harlem's only accredited performing arts and visual arts high school also offers a rigorous academic program. If you crave artistic achievement, Explore dance, theater arts, visual arts, instrumental music, or vocal music at Wadley. Curricula are designed to ignite scholars' imaginations, nurture their intellectual curiosity, and develop their creative spirits. Scholars are provided the platform to pursue their dreams and passions in a culture of love and excellence. Our strategic partnerships with prominent cultural institutions from the Metropolitan Museum of Art to Carnegie Hall will give you the experience you need to be a success. Your future starts now. Apply today.
Thank you so much for your attention. So let me tell you a little bit about Wadley. We are located in Harlem on 114th Street on the west side. Our graduation rate is 95%. We are a 6 through 12 school, so we meet our kids in the 6th grade, and many of our kids stay with us until the 12th grade. Our middle school attendance rate is 92%, and our high school attendance rate is 94%, because we believe that in order to do well, you have to show up every day. And even during these times, our kids are encouraged to and are supported to show up to school every single day. Currently 63%, we are recently in arts endorsement school, and 63% of our students receive earned an arts endorsement in 2020. Should you choose to stay with us all the way through high school, we want you to know that all juniors and seniors take AP courses. 100% of our students go on to take AP courses. We offer a rigorous line of courseworks in English language arts, mathematics, science, history, world language, physical education, and health. And we have the 5 arts disciplines. One thing you must know is that our students are artists first. So you must be interested in dance, instrumental music, theater, visual arts, or vocal music in order to attend Wadley. Currently, we offer a total of 7 AP courses in biology, chemistry, lit and lang, and AP Studio Art, US History, World History, and we will be adding calculus and AP Spanish in 2021. We offer tremendous academic support, and we partner with the Ascenders. The Ascenders support our kids with college and career readiness. All of our students receive a navigator. All of our students, they have an advisor. We support special education services, ENL students. We work with Scan Harbor for tutoring after school. Our students in the middle school receive Elevate Education, which teaches them study skills. And as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 partnerships for college and career readiness, which include the Ascenders, the Navigators, and CFES Brilliant Pathways. We also recently began partnering with New Vision for PST, which is a post-secondary success team, where students they receive support all the way until they go to college and after college. We also have opportunities for internships. And most recently, we began partnering with Howard University, which I'm very proud of. Our students are taking college courses in high school. So currently our students are taking a criminal justice course with a Howard University professor. We also we offer social emotional support for our kids. As I said earlier, we have group guidance as well as individual counseling one-on-one with a clinician from New York Foundling. Our community partners includes WestHab and FCBC. We have a wonderful PTA, and also I have to mention our SGA, our student government, which is completely led by our students who organize activities for our kids, including game night, movie night, book clubs, and our PTA offer parent workshop. One of the things I'm really, really proud of is our SMILE team, which is made up of parent volunteers. So when we were in the building, our SMILE team were at the door every single morning, welcoming, greeting our children, and if anybody needed anything, they were there to provide you with it to make sure that you have a smooth and wonderful day. These are some of our facilities at Wadley. We have an art studio in the building, an auditorium, very beautiful auditorium. We have a band room, a black box theater, a ceramics room, which is one of my favorites. Some of our teachers will even go down there and create some art with our kids. We have a choir room, a dance studio, an instructional kitchen, a gymnasium, a small gymnasium and a large gymnasium for classes. We also have a photography lab where students learn how to develop film. And I know that sounds like an ancient art, but it is a phenomenal thing to see your work develop from the time that you take a picture and to be part of that process all the way to the end. We also have a Wadley market where our kids can go shopping, and it's all provided by our school. So yeah, that's one really beautiful thing. You just have to see our kids can go shopping for supplies, for food, for toiletries. We also have a weight room.
We're at 1 minute, 1 minute.
One thing we want you to know is that we are a no uniform school. However, every child, every student receives Wadley gear at no charge. As you can see, some of our kids are wearing their Wadley gear. They love it. They get sweatshirts and t-shirts. And at the beginning of the year, everybody receives a backpack full of supplies to make sure that you are always ready and you have all that you need to be successful at our school. If you need more information about Wadley, you can go to wadleyarts.org. And that's all. Thank you so much for listening, and I really appreciate you, and I look forward to hearing from all of you.
Thank you so much. Our next presentation comes from 256.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Brian Zager. I'm the proud principal of Lafayette Academy, MS 256. I wanted to start off by thanking the superintendent and the entire team for this opportunity. I really appreciate all of the work that Superintendent Lachlan and Matt, Mr. Angel, and Miss Tracy McClare, and Russell Gonzalez, and Cynthia Dickman, they're all doing. It's amazing, and it takes a lot of work to prepare these activities and these events. And so I just want to send out a special thank you to them. I know how hard they are working right now. I love my school. I don't know how to say it any other way. I love my school. I love my teachers. I love my staff. They are what makes Lafayette Academy Lafayette Academy. And I couldn't be more proud of the work that they all do, whether it's the PTA or the teachers or our students, to make our school as successful as it is. Lafayette Academy is a small school. It's about 175 kids, and I love that. I love the small school environment. I love the fact that I can go to school, look up on Jupiter Grades, which is our program that we monitor children. I can look at every one of our children's grades, social studies, ELA, math, science, FLA, and other subjects in about an hour. And that's the great thing that you get from Lafayette Academy, is that small school feeling, that family feeling that comes along with having a small school population. So other than my teachers being amazing, but I want to talk more about them. They are the best. They are Lafayette Academy. If you've been hearing any information about our school, we have not had an unsuccessful year. Every year our test scores go up, every year our data goes up, every year our kids are getting into better high schools. It is a story that if I had more than 7 minutes, I would love to tell you. But Lafayette Academy has come from one place, and it's now a location where kids are getting into Stuyvesant, Brooklyn Tech, LaGuardia, Beacon School, and New York City I School. It's an amazing location, and we are located at 154 West 93rd Street. We do share a building with Community Action and MSC. Both are amazing principals, both are amazing schools. We collaborate very often. So just one thing I want to talk about, and whenever we have this, like, you are all mine, so I can talk to you right now and let you know about what's going on with the process. But whenever I talk in this capacity, in a forum capacity, I try to educate parents as to the schools they're looking for based on data. Not so much based on what we're saying right now. We could very much be kind of used car salesmen, but I want you to look at the data. Look at the learning environment surveys of the schools. When you look at ours, you'll find out, and again, numbers definitely skewed as of this year because COVID and everything else. But if you look back, even to right now, Lafayette Academy, the children love the school. They feel very safe in the school. They feel like they're getting the correct amount of education, and the rigorous tasks of the teachers are there, and they're participating in all these different great and amazing activities. If you look at what the parents are saying, they love Lafayette Academy. They love the communication, the open door policy, the transparency. And that's something that's really amazing, because as a small school, we're able to offer that. There are no red flags that go unturned when you have 175 kids. It's kind of like, whether you want to go to school at a school like Michigan that has, hundreds of thousands of children, or if you want to go to a smaller school that can really concentrate and focus on your child's education. Well, as you're looking at the data, as you're looking at specific schools, do your due diligence, do the data. One of the things that we're most proud of is our progress. And so when you go to certain DOE websites and you find that there's schools, you look at performance and progress. Performance is whether the kids are performing at level 3s and 4s. And so, I can tell you right now that there are over 50% of our kids at Lafayette Academy that are performing at level 3s and 4s. But the thing that I'm most proud of, the thing that I think is the most important to talk to parents about, is our progress. And historically, and looking back over the last 7 years, our progress is amazing. Whether you're a double 4 or a double 1 coming into our school, no matter what, after every year, you are making progress. You are moving from a 4.1 to a 4.3. You're moving from a 1.2 to a 1.8 or a 2.0. And so that's the most important aspect. And that's something that I really want these parents, or our parents, to kind of look at is it's not so much, am I sending my kid to a high performing school, but the progress isn't there? Or am I sending my kid to a high performing school and the progress is there where our kids are showing growth? Lafayette Academy is a recognition school designated by the state of New York. We are a recognition school because of our scores, but also because of our progress, especially when it comes to special education. If you are a special education student or a parent of a special educated student, you can see the amazing progress our kids are making, as is recognized by the state's designation as a recognition school. Whether we make learning fun, and again, it's a very small environment where all the teachers know the names of all the kids, and we make learning fun. Whether it's in science, whether you're learning about biology or the ecosystem, I just want you to know that what we do in science is pair everything that we're learning in class with some of our experiments, whether it's dissecting animals, whether it's whether it's looking at going to, on a field trip to the beach to see what the ecosystem is like. Math is extremely fun, especially when it comes to Pi Day, not just because it's my birthday on March 14th, just to let you know, but also because of celebrating math and how fun it is. ELA, our kids are participating in podcasts. They're having an amazing time. Social studies, which is my personal favorite. Our kids are learning civics, and that right now couldn't be more important than anything else, but they're learning world history and US history and looking at civics as it was and as it is right now. I can tell you that we have an amazing dual language French program. We have half of our school that speaks fluently in French, writes, reads, and speaks fluently in French. We just had Miss Macron at our school in September. We had Mr. Macron, the president of France, mention our school in one of his speeches. We have received the label of French Education, which is only presented to schools that have high expectations and high productivity from full immersion courses. I could tell you 1,000 things, and I don't know whether to tell you more data or more about our school. I can tell you about our amazing theater program that we performed The Lion King and Once on This Island and High School Musical, or our amazing choir courses. I can tell you about our electives, how we're offering architecture and photography and other amazing courses. I can tell you about our amazing special education program, how ICT and SETS, and how well our kids are doing and how well our students are performing in this capacity. There's just so much I have to tell you, but I don't want to go over my 7 minutes, which I think is almost around now. We do have hour-long classes, very much looking at and concentrating on the specific content aspect. Specific content aspects, I could tell you that we have an AIS and enrichment program that puts children in homogeneous groups. So while they're with their classmates in heterogeneous groups, there is a portion where if you need to improve on your math specific skills or your ELA specific skills, whether that's to reach to a 3 or a 4, or whether it's reach from a 2 to a 3, we have specific groups for academic interventional support built into our schedule. But I know I can't continue to talk about our social emotional team, our sports, basketball. I don't want to go over my time, but we do have 2 open houses coming up, one on Friday, not this Friday, but the next Friday, one on Monday. You will be receiving this information from the CEC. And I can see that Matt just unmuted his microphone to tell me that I've talked enough. Am I correct?
You are. Yeah, I kind of breezed past the 1 minute warning, but you kind of recognized it.
I recognize the 1 minute warning. Listen, I love my school. Again, it's the best place to be. It's a very close-knit family community. It's a small school. Please come to our open house. Please let me show you what the school's about. And regardless of what school you choose, I'll tell you right now, District 3 has amazing middle schools, and all the principals I know are fantastic. And again, kudos to the superintendent and their team for all the amazing work that they're doing.
Thank you so much, Brian. We appreciate it. And we appreciate everyone sticking with us tonight of all these wonderful presentations.
I'm going to send out my email in the chat so that if anybody has any questions whatsoever, I will respond. I apologize. I'll put my email in the chat. Sorry, Matt, you're the man.
That's okay. We got 2 more schools left to go tonight. And with that, I am going to hand it over to 149.
Good evening, everyone. I am Kina Flanoy White. I am the new principal of Sojourner Truth, PS MS 149, where we service pre-K through grade 8. And one thing that we are committed to, and something that this pandemic has taught us, is that we need to prepare our kids for life. And so in doing so, we prepare our students through leadership skills and abilities. And so what we're going to do is share our presentation, and we hope you enjoy it. My name is Kina Flanoy White. I am the principal of PSMS 149, the Sojourner Truth School. Sojourner Truth School is located in the heart of Harlem on 117th Street. I would like to offer you an opportunity for your child to actually come and learn with us. At Sojourner Truth School, we believe in educating the whole child. We offer services for students from pre-K to grade 8. We'll be able to provide music for them, dance, as well as leadership. We will be partnering with the Leader in Me initiative to ensure that your students are college and career ready. They'll learn things like being proactive, synergizing, thinking win-win. Our students will be able to have the opportunity in grades 6 through 8 to learn about financial literacy, to also actually create their own businesses in grade 8 through e-commerce. We're excited about partnering with you and equipping your child to be ready for the world. Sojourner Truth is the place where leaders are created to change the world.
Hello, fifth graders, and welcome to 149. I am Miss Harvey. I will be your reading teacher. I am here today along with my colleagues to discuss some fun activities and opportunities we will have for you once you are able to enter our middle school. So I'm going to cover clubs. Here are a few clubs we will have available: chess, book club, film, yearbook club, sports club, and a gay straight alliance. Out of the clubs I've mentioned, the two that I want to briefly discuss are the two clubs that I will spearhead. So book club and film, we're going to think about genres that we're really interested in. And based on that genre, we will read books and films and have discussions about it. As for the next opportunities that we have available at our school, Mr. Leibowitz will introduce our after-school programs. You can take it away.
Thank you. And hello, fifth graders. My name is Mr. Leibowitz. I am the middle school social studies teacher at PS 149, and I am going to talk to you about a variety of after-school programs we have at PS 149. These include Harlem Lacrosse, Harlem Children's Zone, which are two excellent after-school programs, which offer, of course, joining the lacrosse team, after-school homework recovery, and other specific programs based on your interests. Other programs include the track team, virtual enterprises, or VE, which I do teach after school, which teaches you many entrepreneurial and business skills, as well as other real life skills that you can use outside of the school. And we do also have a tutoring program, and we are going to continue our advisory program in the fall. And these are just a few of many of the after school programs that we have. And now I'm going to hand it off to Ms. Gaitan, who will talk about our in-school activities.
Hello, fifth graders. My name is Ms. Gaitan. I'm the middle school counselor. I'm going to talk briefly about some of the in-school activities that you guys will be doing when you come to PS 149. Some of the activities that we have Spirit Week, we have Halloween and the Valentine's Day dance, we have academic shout outs, perfect attendance shout outs, morning announcements by the students, the Leader in Me program, which is based on the 7 habits of highly effective teenagers. We have some trips to Broadway shows, New York City museums, the New York City zoos as well. And for 8th graders specifically, when you guys graduate to celebrate your accomplishments, we have prom, we have special trips for the 8th graders, and we have a lot more opportunities for you guys to be active in our school.
So we hope to see you.
Definitely, I've learned a lot from this experience in VE. I've learned a lot of communication skills that can be applied in high school, in college, and in my career in the future. And learning how to work well with all different types of people, all different types of personalities, and incorporating everyone's ideas together.
My favorite part of the VE program is that there's a lot of ethnic diversity. So we're able to work with different people, and in the future we're going to be having to work with a lot of people from different countries. So we were really able to understand each other through this program.
My favorite part of VE is actually all the challenges, and in real life when we grow up, we'll be able to figure out more creative ways on how to solve problems.
My favorite part of this experience is that we're all young students coming together and thinking of a way that we can help the world with our ideas. So we get to come together, think of an innovative product, and we get to work with each other and have fun.
Hello, my name is Mr. Leibowitz, and I am
One moment, so sorry. So I wanted to just give you, because Sojourner Truth, this is our first year actually implementing the VE program. It's an international program where students from all over the world, of course, due to the pandemic, they won't be able to go to the trading floors, but they're actually presenting their actual businesses that they have created and actually have started earning money. So without further ado, that's the end of our presentation. However, we are a small school committed to making sure that our students are achieving not only academically, but socially. And we are committed to making sure that our students are provided action plans based on their individual needs. I am done.
Thank you so very much, Principal Former White. And our next,
Yep, go ahead, Tracy.
and our next school is 54.
Hi, good evening, everyone. If you are my 7th period class, I would say get up and stretch a little bit. Now that I've drawn the final number in the lot this evening, but I'm happy to be here today to talk about Booker T. So I'm Ilana Elster, and I am the principal of Booker T. This is my 33rd year in District 3, and I've been at Booker T for 27 years. So I started there as a teacher, and as I joke with the kids, got demoted and ended up as the principal. So Booker T is a large middle school. It's the largest middle school in the district. We have 850 students. So we have approximately 275 students in each grade, which means that the students have a lot of opportunities to meet various kinds of students and to kind of find their niche in the school. On any given grade level, we have between 9 and 10 classes. Of the classes that we offer, we have ICT classes on every grade level. We also have a 12 to 1-to-1 special education class on every grade level as well. We also, as a big school, we have 100 adults who work in the building. So we are able to provide a lot of support and a lot of eyes on your children. Of those adults, these are adults who love middle schoolers. And if you say that at any cocktail party, people will think that you're absolutely nuts. But we love the excitement. We love watching them change. We love the drama associated with the adolescent years. And we're there in middle school because we do like this age group and also understand them. So as a lot, in addition to we have a lot of resources available to us, a lot of support, and lots of different kinds of academic offerings. We believe in academic rigor. We have many accelerated and advanced classes. If you are choosing to come to Booker T, you are also signing up for I want to be honest now, as I'm going to tell you later when you write to me complaining about the workload. I told it to you when you were applying. I am unapologetic about that. If you're choosing Booker T, you're choosing a heavy workload, both in school and at home. I expect that the students will be doing between 2 and 2.5 hours of homework a night, in addition to reading an independent book each week. So we have high standards, but we also have a lot of support for our students as well. Our teachers have office hours every week. We also have homework help programs with one-on-one tutoring at night from 5 to 7 for students who are struggling. And we have lots of opportunities to support students both in and out of the classroom. Booker T looks more like a traditional school than some other schools that you might be touring around. Our curriculum is we teach a humanities curriculum, which is an integrated English and social studies curriculum. And in math and science, our students are accelerating, and many are taking Regents science and math by 8th grade. We also offer a full arts and math curriculum and music curriculum. All of our 6th graders take a sequence of band, which is brass and woodwinds, strings, and chorus during their 6th grade year, as well as visual arts. And then in 7th and 8th grade, they choose an elective to continue with. So we offer lots of other academic electives, including technology, environmental science, dance, film, and depending on the year, also debate and public speaking. We also offer 4 different languages. We have Mandarin, Chinese, French, Spanish, and Latin. And the students take a survey in 6th grade and then choose a language to continue with in 7th and 8th grade. We have a full-time librarian, a collection of almost 30,000 books in our newly expanded library, which there's a picture coming around in that too. Science lab, computer labs as well. In addition, because we are a middle school, we focus on our on the social emotional education as well. All of our students are part of a homeroom, which acts somewhat as an advisory, so that we believe in supporting both students and families as they navigate middle school as well. We have a Ryan Health Clinic on site, 2 guidance counselors, 2 academic deans, and a lot of support for your children. We have a full extracurricular offering, including academic teams such as math. That's, by the way, is our honor roll picture, high honor roll picture. Academic teams, sports teams, and other kinds of artistic and music clubs that meet both after and before school. We have an open house coming up on January 28th. We hope that you will come if you haven't already been to one of the other ones that we have already hosted, but we hope to be able to host you then if you haven't made another one, and our students will be available to speak to you and answer your questions, as well as our teacher, and we can talk in more detail. So I won't keep you any longer because I know it's been a long evening for many of you. So consider Booker T here. We have great gear too, and as an option for you. And we hope to see you on the 28th. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Elter, and thank you to all of our school presenters this evening. We really appreciate both our school's time and our parents' time for coming out to hear all of these great presentations tonight as you look to fill out your preference sheet across District 3. And for closing words, I will turn it back over to our superintendent, Christine Laughlin.
Thank you, Matt. And I will be very brief because I know that it is a little bit over what we expected, but I just want to say thank you to our families. At one point, we had over 300 people on this call tonight. So I just want to extend my gratitude to the District 3 community. And I am just so, I'm beaming with pride for the presentations that I heard tonight. I want to say thank you to our amazing principals for their thoughtful presentations. As you can see, District 3 has the most reflective, intelligent, compassionate, innovative principals in the city. Their love and care for their children and their school communities is certainly evident, as you heard tonight. And I am inspired by them every day for the way in which they lead their communities under such challenging conditions that this pandemic created. As a mother of a public school student, I understand that this is a big decision for you and your family. I know that the changes to admissions policy has caused some angst, but I will tell you that whatever decision you make in terms of your order of preference, your child is in good hands in every middle school in District 3. As Principal Bailey eloquently said, this is an appetizer. So tonight's presentation should serve as the beginning of your process, right? In thinking about your order of preference. I encourage you to go to as many open houses as you can. If you heard something tonight that inspired you and you did not expect to take a look at that school, please have an open mind and look at that school. I encourage you to talk with your child about the middle school assembly next week to get a sense of what they would like in a school. And I really do appreciate all of your support and feedback through this process, because this night was possible based upon feedback that you provided, your principals and the CEC. So we will continue to update our website. Please go to doed3.org. The admissions tab will serve as an information hub for the middle school tours. Our middle school directory speaks to specialty classes like special education, ENL, and other specialty classes. We will answer questions that you didn't get an opportunity to get answered tonight. And please reach out to the schools that you're interested in. I just want to say, stay safe. We're living in very, very difficult times, as you know. And I hope that you consider different possibilities from tonight's venue. So thank you very much. Stay safe, be well, and take care of yourself. Thank you.